Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Prop 8, deep sixed. The California Supreme Court has made homosexual marriage legal again. You may remember Proposition 8, an amendment to the California Constitution defining true marriage as between one man and one woman, struck down last year after District Judge Vaughn Walker ruled it a violation of civil rights for homosexual couples. Judge Walker's ruling was argued as a conflict of interest when it was found upon his retirement that he himself had been a practicing homosexual for 10 years, though a 3-judge panel of the 9th District Court of Appeals is now supporting Vaughn's original ruling. The case will likely go to the United States Supreme Court, though it is not expected to be resolved until 2014, if the court will hear the case at all. Candy bars and contraceptives. Coming to a campus vending machine near you, Plan B Contraceptives. Shippensburg University in Pennsylvania is offering the morning after pill in vending machines because it says a survey taken of the student body reveals that 85% of students on campus are in favor of making the dangerous hormonal drug more available. By law, the drug is only available over the counter at your local pharmacy if you are over 17. But the college doesn't seem to be taking the law into account, and so far, no one has challenged the vending machine concept as unlawful. The pro-death dissenting Catholic Secretary of Health and Human Services, Kathleen Sebelius, recently made public statements condemning the distribution of Plan B anywhere but from behind the counter under the supervision of a pharmacist. The Associated Press is calling this vending machine phenomenon a rare, if not unprecedented, occurrence. Forced resignation. A Komen for the Cure vice president has resigned while ducking media fire seeking to pin her as the driving force behind the organization's decision to defund Planned Parenthood. Karen Handel says she is stepping aside from her position so that Komen can refocus on its mission after she has become, quote, too much of a focal point in the wake of Komen's recent back-and-forth stance on their funding for Planned Parenthood. Handel ran an unsuccessful campaign for governor in Georgia on a platform that supported defunding America's abortion giant. And the Washington Post says several former Komen employees have labeled her as a key player in Komen's recent attempt to cut ties with Planned Parenthood. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
Surprise support. The media is licking its chops over a seemingly, quote, surprise rise in Obama's polling numbers, topping out at a 50% approval rating, while other polls are reporting that support for Romney has fallen in states where he recently won Republican primaries. This sudden and puzzling comparison by the media finds its confirmation in a Granite State poll conducted by the University of New Hampshire, in which support for Romney has dropped to 40% and awarding 50% to Obama. These numbers represent what the media is reporting as a rollback of support for Romney, as the same poll put Obama at 42% and Romney at 50% in a survey conducted last October. The Granite State poll is the result of a rather small sampling of 500 individuals, and according to their website is, quote, a quarterly survey of public opinion in the state of New Hampshire in which interested groups, agencies, or organizations can purchase one or more questions made available to legislators, members of the executive branch, and other key government officials dealing with public policy as well as the media, end quote. However, these numbers may be meaningless, as just yesterday Rick Santorum has shaken up the GOP competition and taken all 3 of yesterday's contests in Missouri, Minnesota, and Colorado. And finally, Al-Qaeda activist released. A Muslim cleric is released from a British prison on bail after his lawyers succeed in fighting extradition to Jordan, where he is facing terror charges in 2 bombings. Abu Qatada has been released because British law forbids anyone from being held without being charged, though he has been described by Spanish and British courts as one of Europe's leading Al-Qaeda operatives. The European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg ruled against the cleric's deportation to Jordan to face charges, in part because the evidence may have been obtained by using torture. Qatada also has ties to one of the 9/11 bombers, Mohammed Atta, as videos containing Qatada's sermons were found in Atta's Hamburg, Germany apartment. A British judge has ruled that Qatada will remain in Britain under house arrest. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in today. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And also be sure to check out The Vortex today, where Michael talks about the recent bombing of St. Teresa's Church in Nigeria and the plight of a woman now widowed in the bombing who lost most of her family and has been left destitute with 2 severely injured children. We are also providing a link right outside the screen where you may offer prayers and financial support. We sincerely urge you to view this episode of The Vortex with great attention and offer any support that you can. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tell all your friends about us, and as always, God bless you.